our grid getting hacked is kind of in the back of my mind. Like, well, are they following me because they're actually interested in what's going on over here? Or are they following me because they were thinking they might learn something precious to them that might give them an extra hand in getting in the way of our grid? And I don't know. It's just really scary when you start to think about, I think, how vulnerable we are in general. I'm sure that all the utilities are taking extra security steps and in making sure that they can't get hacked and so on. But, a couple of years ago here in California, one of the main substations up north they were attacked with rifles. It appeared that it had been planned and that they were actually shot up on purpose to try to make the substation blow up. When you think about how many substations there are and how vulnerable they are with what happened over the weekend with the bombing with the drones, over in,
The
I think it was
drones, yeah.
Iran.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
and
drones.
you think
Yeah,
about
Saudi
how
Arabia,
many of
yep.
those things that are out there and how vulnerable just our substations are, whether you're looking at small scale or large scale, and the access that is actually out there without us getting too paranoid. It just is scary. I feel like in this new age and time of terrorist and threat, there's just a lot of vulnerability that somehow needs to be addressed, but I don't even know
Yeah.
how they can comprehend to do that.
Yeah, and on a lighter note to the audience, Kim did not blame Iran for the bombing in Saudi Arabia just now. She
Good
did
God.
not. She said
Who was
Iran,
it?
but it's we don't know, Kim, but we don't.
Good
Now
God.
I'm a target.
Okay, take that out.
Now we're a target. I got to edit that out because yeah, that's at this time it has not been determined who caused the actual. Yeah, so moving along. So your cybersecurity. I know all of us at utilities in general, we have to be careful. No matter what utility it is, no matter what contractor it is, I feel like we're all in this together, right? And we all come together when a storm hits or whatever. This, in my mind, this could be an upcoming storm to our electric grid that will do more damage than any real storm that Mother Nature could deal to us. We all have to be mindful for that. Don't click on links. Don't open attachments from folks you don't know. Don't use your work email for personal stuff. Yeah, keep it separate.
Yeah.
I know when I worked for a utility, when I worked for the utility in California, we actually, if I'm not mistaken, we separated our servers. The nuclear plant was on one server and everybody else was on the other because of this very thing. Folks are out there trying to turn the lights off, and we have enough trouble as it is with Mother Nature a lot of times. Just be vigilant with that. I wanted to mention that because it's a real risk.
Excellent. Yeah. And, I get a lot of pictures sent to me to repost, and I try to look at everything to make sure that all the safety measures are being followed and everything, so no one gets in trouble. And if something looks out, then I'll message back and say, hey, you need to have your safety glasses on, or it doesn't look like you're wearing the right gloves, or something like that. But I also get sent pictures sometimes from the inside of the substations or around substations, and I don't usually post those because I keep thinking, well, what if someone's looking and somehow they get some sort of little tidbit of information from that picture without anyone realizing the vulnerability of it? We just all need to be a little more vigilant and watchful. Honestly, if you see something, say something. Put the cybersecurity link on the webpage too.
Okay. You're a little bossy, but I will do that. Yep.
Hey, I get to boss you a little bit because I'm sitting here for the last hour and a half in my car.
I know you've been waiting on me, and I was on the way home just trying to fight Orlando traffic. If you ever been into Orlando, when you get to come to Orlando, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, so this is going to sound really dumb, but what's a turnpike? I honestly don't even know what that is. I'm guessing it's like a highway, but what makes it a turnpike and not a highway?
I have no idea. I don't know. Because here in Florida, our welcome center when you get to Central Florida is a toll booth. So there are no freeways here. They're mostly, we have one interstate through the middle of town through Orlando. That's Interstate 4. It's actually one of the most deadliest stretches. It's 100 miles long. One of the most deadliest stretches of interstate to drive. I actually encourage people that I don't like to use that road, but there's roads everywhere else. I'm joking. So there's roads all around or in and out of Orlando, and that you can ride over to the beach. Is about 50 miles, and it's all toll roads. So the turnpike is a road that goes from just north of Orlando in the villages where I mentioned, all the way down to Miami. So it's like,
so that's like
it's
a
like
highway, right?
yeah,
I mean, it's a highway.
it's a freeway. It's a freeway that's not free. And every 45 miles or so is like a rest stop in the middle. That's like, they have it's like a mall. They have restaurants and different things. It's kind of like
Okay, that
a
totally
legal
is a
Autobahn,
highway.
sort of.
All
I guess,
right.
whatever. You
All
California
right.
people, y'all have different names for everything.
Well,
So
you can put this in there if you want, because I know that I'm not the only one wondering what the F a turnpike is.
I will leave it in there because most people have been
Okay.
outside the state of California though before. So, hey, wrapping this up. So reminder, our social media presence. You want to talk about any of that? Because you helped me a lot and pushed me pretty hard on that.
No, I don't have anything to say. I feel like I kind of covered that when I was talking about how I don't go on Facebook a lot because of the drama, and I prefer to have Instagram and Twitter. I don't know what
Yep.
else to say besides that.
Okay. Yep. Well, thanks for your input on that. Not. So anyway, I just wanted to do a reminder, linetalkerspodcast.com, leave a message, shout out to family members, whatever. Again, any feedback on the show,
You
this
know what?
episode,
Okay, wait.
would
I just thought of something, and I know you're going to edit that out because I
okay.
interrupted you. I'm sorry, but you need
No, that's
to
fine.
tell people. You need to tell people not to just go do the linetalkerspodcast.com and leave a message. You also need to remind them to follow you on Instagram, Facebook, and
Well,
Twitter so that they know.
that's what I asked
No.
you. That's why I said, I asked you
You
to
can
do
do
that.
that. You want me to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So if you guys are just listening to us for the first time and someone told you about us, you might not know, but we are also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter under Line Talkers Podcast. And you need to try to follow us on those because when we're releasing new shows or updated stuff on the webpage, all that notification is going to be going across those social media platforms. So make sure you take the time to look us up and follow us there, okay?
You done?
Yes. Was that good?
Okay.
Or does it sound
Yeah, it was
dumb?
perfect. Yeah. No, that was exactly what I asked for 30 seconds ago, and you said you didn't have anything. So perfect. So anyway,
Okay.
hey, nice talking to you again, and I'm looking forward to see what feedback we get. I'm sure we will. I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, and I will be happy to catch up with you anytime you want me on the show. Thanks, Kenny.